Sorry, I got cut off on the last video. So I have my vertex plotted 3, 1. I have my point 4, 3. And then I found my other point to be 2, 3 because of symmetry. So I want my point to be equidistant from my vertex and my axis of symmetry. So I'm going to take all 3 of those points and I'm going to do a quadratic regression with those points. So I start with my home screen, new document, don't save, add a list in spreadsheets. X, Y. All right, what were my X values? 3, 4, and 2. My Y values, it was 3, 1, it was 4, 3, and it was 2, 3. Doesn't matter what order these are in as long as the X and the Y's stay together. Okay, doc, insert, data and stats, add an X here, add a Y over there. There's my bare bones of my quadratic. I go to menu, analyze, regression, and show quadratic. Now I know there's all kinds of like dots and multiplication signs and everything in this. Don't write that. So it's 2x squared minus 12x plus 19. Okay. I do not need a calculator for number 12 because it's asking for, or it's telling me the zeros, which is the same thing as an x-intercept, a solution, and a root. Those are all the same thing. So if I have a root at -3 and 1 at 4, I know my parabola looks something like this. I don't know exactly, but I have to work backwards. So if one of my x-intercepts is at -3 and one of them is at 4, I need to get these to equal 0. So I add 3 to both sides. I subtract 4 from both sides. So I have the 2 factors as x plus 3 and x minus 4. So to get my quadratic in standard form, I'm going to take x plus 3 and x minus 4 and multiply them. X times x is x squared. 3 times x is 3x. -4 times x is -4x. And -4 times +3 is -12. Once I combine my like terms, I have -4x plus 3x. And there's my quadratic. Number 13 is just like number 11. So my vertex is at -1, +1. My point is at +2, -2. So that's here. So that is telling me that I'm facing down. My quadratic's facing down. That I'll have a maximum. So here's my axis of symmetry. How far away is P? Well, I know that P has to be the same Y value. It's got to be the same height here. So this is at -1. So that's 1, 2, 3 away. So go 3 this way. 1, 2, 3, and down here. And that's P2. So then I know my quadratic looks something like that. Okay, so there's P2. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So -4, and it has to have the same Y value, -2. All right, go to my regression. All right, new document, don't save, add lists and spreadsheets. X, Y. -1, +1. +2, -2. -4, -2. Okay. Doc, insert, data and stats. X, Y. There's my parabola. Menu, analyze, regression, quadratic. Okay. Can't see this with all this writing over here. Ooh, negative 0.33333333. That's negative 1/3. X squared plus negative 0.6666667. That's 2/3. And then I don't know what that says. Hold on. I'm guessing it's another 2/3. 0.6666667. Yep. All right. So what if I'm a little bit nervous about that one? I'm like, what is going on with this function? I can always go to my regular graph and just graph what that said. It was negative 1/3 x squared minus 2/3 x, and then what was it? Plus 2/3. Okay. Like, it looks really crazy, but is that what I drew? Let's see. Control T, bring up your table. 2, -2. That was one of the points they gave me. -1, +1. And what was it? Was it -4, -2? Yes, it was. So I can verify it on the table if I'm like, oh my gosh, these fractions, what the heck? Not a big deal, not scary. Okay, let's do this last one, and then I'm going to have to make one more video. Okay, zeros of half and -4. Okay, so parabola, something like this. Well, that's supposed to go through there, but okay. So half. Got to work backwards. How do I get rid of that divide by 2? What's the opposite? What's the inverse operation of dividing by 2? Multiplying by 2. How do I get rid of a positive 1? What's the inverse of adding 1? It's subtracting 1. So 2x minus 1 is one of my factors. -4 0 is pretty easy. I'm just going to add 4 to both sides. There's my two factors. Multiply them. 2x minus 1, x plus 4. 2x times x is 2x squared. X times -1 is -1x. 4 times 2x is 8x. And 4 times -1 is -4. Combining like terms, 2x squared plus 7x minus 4. Okay, you will have to catch the rest of them in the last video.